Nuclear missile ready.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another stream we are having today. We are looking at the semi-ATL, semi-pro ATL, sorry about that. We are already in the loading screen here. Looking good today. It's going to be versus Platoon. So, Alpha X versus Platoon. Looking forward to this one. We're heading off immediately with a PVZ, so that is a good matchup, first of all, starting it off. Looks like we're not having a single mirror matchup today, which is always a good thing, if you ask me. Unless if it's TVT, you all know how much I absolutely adore TVT. That's probably my most favorite matchup, so a little bit rough on that one, but alright. Not having that one, unfortunately, but we are having a lot of cool matchups here. Look at that, we have a PVC, a PVT, and then a TVC, and if we're lucky, we'll also... Oh wait, that is actually a TVT. Well, if we're absolutely lucky in the fourth game, we will have that TVT coming for you. So, yeah, hang in there, guys. Of course, there is a 3-minute delay, so that is why we're a little bit... it seems a little bit slow. I was a little bit silly, actually. I thought I was already on StarCraft, but I logged in on my alt account. And that definitely caused some confusion there for the people who were doing the invites. My apologies for that. But either way, here we go. Game number 1, it has been loaded up, so we're gonna jump into it. We have over here fighting for Platoon. It's the lightish, bluish, tealish kind of Protoss player. That is an interesting little symbol, isn't it? Dinkleswerf. Dinkleswerf pulling all the stops. Yeah, but let's continue on with our introduction. The teal Protoss player in the bottom right corner of the map. It is Solarian. His opponent hailing from the Alpha X team. Of course, we all know him, we all love him. He's the Purple Zerg. His name is Dinkleswerf. Alright, let's take a look at what these players have in store for us. I remember, like it was yesterday, it was my first time casting for Alpha X, and I believe it was... I know it was part with Dinkleswerf as well. Of course, he was there. The semi-pros is where I started out for Alpha X. It is a place that is dear in my heart. And... well, I know that, you know, the thing why I like semi-pros maybe a little bit more is that I feel like I can relax a little bit more, if that makes sense, right? I feel like it's not that horrible if I mess up or if I just talk continuous nonsense at one point, because it's, you know, it's just, it's, well, I don't want to talk crap about the team, of course, but it is the semi-pros, right? It's not the cream of the crop. I can go on weird fantasy tangents and just talk my mind in a way, right? Without messing up a very, very, very big event where there's betting going on, and, well, I guess they are still playing for money, of course, and they are doing pretty well, so I guess perhaps maybe I shouldn't go on too many tangents. Maybe I should just focus on the games. But, oh well. It's a little bit more relaxed than casting for some Taiwanese stream or something like that, of course. I do feel like I have to be on my best behavior at those times. And here I can have a little bit more fun with the entire thing. Alright, the probe trying his best to waddle its way out. Doesn't get the job done, or luckily those Zerglings still know how to do their job properly. and nibble the probe to death. We are seeing a Stargate being produced. Ooh, Dinklesworth, completely aware of this. Seeing what is happening here. Gonna be able to start preparing for that if he so desires. Oh, needs to be careful, of course. Those circlings don't want to get killed by the Adept. Okay, does cancel that shade, so not going in so far. Gonna wait for a second Adept, most likely, of course. That will be a lot more potent, ultimately. 2 Adepts. Twice as strong as the singular Adept here. And, alright, this Overlord solving the Sudoku puzzle using Phoenix lightning cannons and going to explode as soon as he solves it. There he goes, alright. So he's fully aware of what is going on. He knows that there's a Phoenix out. He's going to be able to pull some of his Overlords back here, perhaps. Move them in a little bit of a safer location. And look at that, Dinklesworth, very marvelously done. A little bit of a lag back there, alright, for a moment. But, yeah, the Phoenix obviously not being able to spot that Overlord there. Creep spread being produced. More drones are on the menu so far, just making that economy bigger and bigger as Dinklesworth does continue on in this game. Oh boy, what is this, guys? What are we seeing? This is some nasty upgrading going on here. This is the glaive upgrade. Does it have another name other than glaive? It must do, right? It must do have some sort of other name, a specific, more specific name than the glaive upgrade. But either way, the glaive upgrade is what we're calling it. A lot of adapts probably coming in. This might be coming all in, but there is actually also a third base over here, so I don't know. It's a rough one. It's a rough one to call. It's a little bit double here. I guess you could just keep on using those adapts. Of course, the adapts do lose a little bit of that potency later on in the game as a full-on force, because they are so incredibly vulnerable to stuff like banelings. Okay, well, here they come, actually. As I was saying, they do march across the map with their high numbers. Now, this is only produced off of 4 gateways. Wow, I really thought he had like at least 7, but so far 4 gateways. Now also making a forge behind this. So, oh, sniper, damn. Yes, there in come the bits. Thank you so much, man. Of course, there is a 3-minute delay, so unfortunately, you know what, there's a little bit of a delay. That is already, unfortunately enough. That's a lot of adepts, guys. There's roaches on the way. Where are the other roaches? There's 7 roaches now out on the map. There's 3 more roaches in production, but they're nowhere near. And 13 drones have already gone down. The Spore Crawler also going down, which means, of course, that Oracle might be able to poke in after this again. Alright, duking both me and Dinklesworth here with that shade and recalling out of there. Only 2 lonely adepts didn't get the phone call. They were not loyal enough to be saved by... how is this called again? Like when Damnation is supposedly cleansing the earth, and it will take the holy people away from the earth, and then of course those that were deemed as evil people or not having lived their full religious life, then they will have to stay behind and basically witness the end of the earth, right? The cataclysm. I feel like that was kind of the case for those 2 adepts right there. Definitely not their best day at the job. Alright, 2 more coming in. These are actually kind of undercover agents, desperately trying to kill even more of the drones, and a little bit of target misfire there, but going back right on targets here. And killing of 6 more of the drones, but at the same time Dinklesworth going in with the full force of his roaches here. Has cleaned out the minerals. Oh dear lord, that is a nice force field right on top of the mineral patches. Alright, where does he target down? Is he going to be able to get down, kill these immortals? There's only 2 right now, but of course, oh, that would be amazing if he does get both. No, unfortunately he doesn't, but That other Immortal still pretty low, so you know what? He might still be able to pick that one off at a later date. Now, things have calmed down. We are seeing a very, very nice worker lead here now for Solarian of the team platoon. What's this? Another drone being sent? Okay, well, Dinklesworth wanting to make this opening a little bit bigger. Make things even easier for his army to move through. And yeah, as I thought that, well, Spore Crawler not having been recreated, so needs to be careful of those oracles. Alright, this Phoenix does get taken down. That Phoenix was kind of treated as if it was actually a hallucination. For a moment I thought it would be Orange Frisbees. The Orange Frisbees upgrade, yeah. Resonating oranges. Oh, right. Resonating. I remember now. Thank you so much, guys, for helping me out. Mega Glaives. The Super Glaives upgrade. Either way, what we are seeing in this match is a very big Protoss army marching across the map, as there are a lot of Swarm Hosts in production. Now, Swarm Hosts, they are pretty neat, but I'm not sure if that is going to be enough against such a heavy Protoss force. It's going to be difficult. He doesn't want to use all his Swarm Hosts at once and try to buy as much time as possible. He can keep whittling this Protoss force. Oh my god, those force fields. Forcing the Roaches to stay on the low ground here. Not going to be able to move up onto the ramp. These two Swarm Hosts aren't meant for a good long Zerg live. And in come the Locust. This is pretty nice actually, coming from both sides. One side with the Roaches, the other side with the Locust. Maybe moving a little bit too far to the side here, but getting right on top of this army of the Protoss. I think Dinklesworth may have done it. Needs to be careful though, of course. Those Immortals are still very, very potent against Roaches. And oh my god, that was absolute devastation actually. Those Roaches just exploding like a bunch of Zerg pinatas, honestly. And down goes the fourth base, of course. As we can see, Solarian already mining off of his fourth base here. Should feel very comfortable moving back now. Dinklesworth will have to find some sort of economic damage of his own using these Swarm Hosts. Now moving across the map. Now you don't see that very often. The Swarm Hosts just waddling across instead of using that Nidus Worm. It does make you wonder how they move this much quicker under the ground than they do above ground, but oh well, that's just the way Zerg operate. You know what you can't see, and you don't have to explain. That is the philosophy of game design. In they come, there come the Locust, a nice volley, of course. Now, because there is no Nidus Worm sound, actually, this must be coming for a little bit of a bigger surprise, perhaps. Gonna be able to take down the Nexus, and that is a very nice pick-off here by Dinklesworth. Even killing some of the Zealots here, I believe he killed some Zealots. Sure, let's say he killed almost all the Zealots, just to give Dinklesworth a better feeling about himself. Alright, in the base though of Dinklesworth, there are more Zealots somehow reincarnated into his main base as well here. They come for Zealots over there, for Zealots over here. Roach is desperately trying to clean this up. A nice split from Dinklesworth, sending Roaches to both locations. 11 drones still gonna be picked off here, but again, stabilizing a little bit. Only 56 workers actually remaining for Dinklesworth. That is not a lot, is it? No. No, sir. As a Zerg, you definitely want a lot more, but I guess perhaps if you are using those Swarm Hosts, it's gonna be a little bit easier to, you know, play cost efficiently, of course. But that doesn't mean that he's out of the clear. Oh my dear lord, is this a misrally? It looks like it is. Okay, needs to be careful. Moving back here now. Roach is in a lot of trouble though. Gonna be picked off by these Immortals, jumping right on top of the Zerg army here on the other side of the map. The Locust still don't have any... well, no, wait. The Swarm Hosts don't have any Locust with them. So that's going to take a while. This is looking absolutely horrid now for Dinklesworth. Dinklesworth, his entire integrity base, it's going to fall. It looks like It might be the end. That is so many immortals. He needs to have these swarm hosts. Let's take a quick look. Okay, finally the locusts do finish off. There he goes, summoning them in. Alright, and a recall. A recall does occur. Only 4 workers did go down here, but it's not the end though, is it? Solarian coming in with more zealots into the 4th base. Or 3rd base. I should say 3rd base, just to be a little bit more consistent within my base terminology. Alright, roaches do get there in time. A few more drones did die there, but it's not the complete end of the... Well, I don't want to be too desperate here, but I don't know. Dinklesworth is in a lot of trouble here, guys. I can't make it any prettier than it really is. Solarian being able to recall those immortals, putting Dinklesworth in a very difficult position here. After killing off his economy multiple times now throughout this match. Of course, though, Dinklesworth fighting back, biting into the Protoss economy as well a little bit. Using those swarm hosts here and there, but it makes it very difficult as well to defend. Okay, well, that is a fake Night Swim. Luring the army of the Protoss to the other side, and in come the Locust into the 4th base location of Solarian. It is gonna get taken down immediately. Look at that. That is so nice. Oh my god, that's killing so many probes. That's absolutely crazy. But at the same time, there's another War Prism harassment going on in the main base of Dinklesworth. Dinklesworth again needing to pull his army back. Oh my dear lord, is that spawning pool gonna survive? You're absolutely joking. That is 6 HP. That's not a lot of HP, guys. That is really not... That is like Final Destination types of bare survival. I'm sure that spawning pool will meet its maker eventually, or at least Solarian should definitely try to. See if he is the one person that does get away in the end, that somehow manages to beat the Final Destination in the final movie. I never watched too much of that Final Destination. Right, more locusts coming in. A few of them going, oh, a little bit too many going on top of that salad there, unfortunately. The rest of them coming in here, gonna be trying to get more probe kills, but at the same time, Solarian deciding, alright, you just used all your locust, friend. I'm gonna run in with all my Immortals and High Templar. In we go. You don't have enough units now to defend at home. And I'm gonna go tit for tat, kill off more bases, and oh, well, there we go. That is the Final Destination for that spawning pool. More zealots. Oh, that is Solarian. Oh, that was a waste, wasn't it? But he is moving forward with his main army as well. At the same time, Gunny, is this the final blow for Dinklesworth? Where are his swarm hosts? Alright, there we go. Another wave of locusts coming in here. Is this gonna be enough? It's a nice kind of spread on top of the Protoss army, but I don't know if it is enough. There's still so many Immortals remaining, so many Archons. And the Zerg army is dwindling. It might be the last moments in this game for Dinklesworth. Dinklesworth, is there something I haven't seen coming yet? There is a Greater Spire on the way, but I don't believe there's any Corruptors. There's nothing really here anymore for Dinklesworth. His final hope is that these Swarm hosts do manage to get one more Locust wave. And please, for the love of God, Swarm hosts, hurry up. You need to lay more eggs, and oh, that is a absolutely devastating force field. GG is called. Solarian taking the first game for Platoon. Oh, posture, here we go. Alright, first game being taken there for Platoon. Solarian showing a very, very strong PVC, and not even a PVC very in the late game. It just stayed in the mid stages, early game, kind of technology-wise. Continuous aggression, using those Zealot Warpins absolutely marvelously. And killing of Dinklesworth there. Very unfortunately for us Alpha X participants. Members is a good word. Right, we're gonna wait for the next lobby invite. It will be a PVT. This time Alpha X sending out a Terran player. Gonna be a good one. There we go. Thank you very much for that invite. as you can hear it in the background, of course. A little bit of confusion going on in the lobby here. We don't know who that player is here. There's somebody with a Russian name, so we're not sure if he is the opponent or not. But then, is there actually a second person with the actual name in the lobby? I don't even know. Is there? Oh wait, no, there's two people with the... Let's take a look. Does he play Zerg? That is a good way to check, isn't it? He is a Zerg player. Oh wait, we are looking for a Protoss player. Alright, there he is. There's our man. There is Deus Vult. Deus Vult. I don't know. He has some Russian symbols as a name, so that is going to be very difficult for me to remember. I'm going to do my best though. Apologies, Platoon, of course, in advance for absolutely butchering your name. It's my bad. I am a uncultured swine, not capable of any kind of pronunciation outside of the Dutch language or the English language. And as soon as you throw in a simple French word like Deus, de, I crumble. I crumble like a carton in the rain and then thrown into the fire as people cut into it with axes. It's not pretty. It's not a good sight. Like a house of cards left out in a thunderstorm and being hit with lightning. That is my moments there. Doju Gamer TV, welcome buddy as well. Thank you for joining us here today. Very much appreciate you hanging out with us once more. Last surprise as well, of course. Sniper is here as well. We see Star Fox here. It is a little bit difficult for me, of course, to continuously talk with you all because there is a 3-minute delay, but it doesn't matter too much. We are going to try our best anyway. I'm just going to kind of refer to you guys as if you are spirits from the past. And here we are. Game number 2 has booted up. Let's hop into it, guys. We have in the bottom right corner of the map, hailing from Team Alpha X. Right now, 1 game behind in this team match series. His name is Last Surprise. Last Surprise. His opponent, in the top left corner of the map, it is the pink Protoss player hailing from Team Platoon. I feel like you should say Squadron. The Squadron of the Platoon. He's known by these letters over here, and I will not try to pronounce that. I'm just going to try to pronounce whatever name they are signed up with on the Alpha SC2 Team League website. And that is Deus Vult. Deus Vult. It's as close as I'm going to get. Maybe I should just call him Deus. Deus Vult. We're going to try our best. Oh my dear lord, this is going to be horrible. I didn't even zoom in for him, did I? Deus Vult. There we go. Can't leave the man hanging now, can we? Okay, well, SCV running across the map. Gonna try his best to do a little bit of a hokey poke in the base of Deus Vult. Deus Vult, though. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty solid. Has his gateway up. Cybernetics core on the way. 2 gases. Pretty standard stuff. And oh, we are seeing, in fact, this is kind of interesting, right? An expansion first, but no Reaper. It's just a Marine. Now, of course, Cyber 4 is not the greatest map for Reapers, just because you don't have that much cliffside to jump up to. Still, it's always nice, of course, to have a Reaper at the start, just so you can kind of still keep an eye out on that Protoss opponent. Latin for God wills it, I think. Alright, well, that might be the case. Spirit of the Past, Shadow Zarek, thank you very much for that insight. Or maybe I'm the spirit of the future, because I'm saying this all. Oh, nah, it's, you guys are the spirits of the... Well, maybe, is that a rude thing to say? Actually, coming to think about it, is that just... Huh. I don't know. Could be a compliment. Anyway, let's just consider it a compliment, alright? Without any further paying attention to it. We're just gonna assume that it is a compliment to be a spirit of the past. But you do still keep up with the fashion, but you just give insights into my past mistakes. In a way. Alright. Stalker on the way as well. Robotics facility being created here. That is a fistful of Marines waiting for that Stalker. Making a very happy appearance there. Second Stalker does group up with it, but doesn't feel like they can breach that high ground there. I can't say I blame them. Marines, very potent opponents also, especially now that that siege tank is here actually. It's gonna give quite a blow and quite a shock as soon as those Stalkers try to move in there. So they decide to go up on the easier high ground, which is on the other side of the map. Robotics Bay on the way as well. That is quite interesting. I'm curious to see if we will have Disruptors or Colossus being created here by Mr. Deus Vult. And actually, last surprise, already moving across the map here, having 3 SCVs with him as well. Gonna be able to repair that Viking or siege tank if necessary. Russian name is pronounced Jaja Vova. Well, Jaja Vova, Uncle Vladimir. Alright, we'll just call him Uncle Vladimir. Oh, my dear lord, that is very unfortunate. The SCVs actually trying to make a bunker there. The siege tank immediately being thrown into the wind. Another siege tank making his appearance, though. This one gonna be able to do a little bit more. And most of the Stalkers do get taken down. Now there's 2 landed Vikings. There's not that much left, actually, for Mr. Uncle Vladimir. And this might be it, guys. Honestly, I'm not quite sure. There's 1 Colossus on the way, but this is just a lot of units and 20 probes already going down. I don't think that Mr. Vava... No, wait. Oh, my dear lord. Jaja Vova is going to be able to get back in any type of winning position in this game. Alright, here is the Colossi, though, but those Vikings do lift up. Going to be able to will away at that Colossus. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if he does save the Nexus, that would be a good thing. But he's just so far behind right now, economically. Oh my god, he loses the Colossus as well. Losing almost all the stocks too. Oh my god, the War Prism gets shot down too. That is it, right? That must be it. The hammer and sickle have fallen. And more SCVs. Add insult to injury. Throwing in the salt into the wound. Gonna be making another bunker here. Alright. The Russian party doesn't give up so easily, though. They are not giving up one bit at all. 2 more gateways being added. Actually, 3 more gateways being added. Another Colossus being the production bin. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. Oh, if that was close. Alright, extended thermal lens does finish up. So that was a nice attempt there by Last Surprise. Of course, if he does manage to get that, it becomes so much more difficult for that Colossus to properly be microed. Alright, Mr. Vladimir does leave the game. Jaja Vova, or Deus Vult, does leave No GG. No GG. But that means that Last Surprise ties up the series. That is a 1-1 right now for, well, Platoon and Alpha X, of course, because it's 1-1. That means nobody has any type of advantage anymore. And we will definitely be having that 4th game. So that is already a nice thing for us, meaning we will get to see that TVT series. And, oh, guys, you just wait until you hear my TVT casting. It is my pride and joy to TVT casting. And wait, what's this? Join, please. Oh wait, that's the arcade game. I got confused. I should leave these arcade channels. I don't know why it keeps throwing me into them, honestly. What am I saying again? I was talking about, right, TVT. TVT casting, my pride and joy. It's my best matchup casting-wise. I truly shine in that matchup, and you will hopefully agree with me after witnessing that matchup being casted. It will be Bleak versus Suku, but of course we can't jump that far ahead yet in the future. I know I am the spirit of the future, as opposed to my little spirits of the past here. We have Ivory Noob versus Chris coming up still, which is also a TVZ, like I thought this other match would be, but in fact this was a TVP, so we are hopping into something completely different. Ivory Noob versus Chris. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens here. I'm just gonna grab myself a drink as soon as I actually get into this loading screen, and yeah, we're just gonna have to wait, it seems. Okay, well, Zarek did host the lobby for us. Ever so nice guy, honestly, always right on top of things, but because there is probably the 3-minute delay, people are still watching the stream, just enjoying themselves, seeing this game unfold, watching that Colossus go down right now as well, and seeing the final moments where Mr. Last Surprise manages to take down his Protoss opponent, USA, being called Last Surprise, cheering on his victory in the chat right there. Congratulations, buddy. Very well played. Well-deserved victory there against Uncle Vladimir. Uncle Sam strikes again. It's what us Americans say, of course. Us Americans, right? That is. Okay. Hopping into the next game. Hopefully we will get it started rather quickly. Where is Chris? Your other players joined the chat channel. Beyond fan. Next. Okay. Can Bleak join the lobby and him? Wait, chat channel, not lobby. Ah, okay. I don't know why I'm saying this, guys. I'm just kind of trying to give an update on what is happening here. Zarek is a marvelous organizer of everything. No GG? Yeah, no GG. Well, I mean, there was a language barrier there, right? That was probably the problem. The reason why he wanted to say so many things and congratulate you thoroughly, but not being able to do so. He just couldn't find the English vocabulary, unfortunately. And you know what? Alright. Bax Twitch, hello buddy, welcome to the chat. There is a 3-minute delay, so of course it's a little bit difficult for me to keep up with you guys. I'm just calling you the spirits of the past right here. Kind of like that movie from Christmas that everyone made in any type of TV series as well, or other movie type, right? The Ghost of Christmas Past. That's what you guys are right now. Snoopy also joining the chat. Droptimus joining the chat. Hello guys, welcome. Glad you could make it. And yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for these two players to join us. Dojo Gamer already in the group here. That is our Chris, obviously, as everyone knows. Huh. Right, yeah, it seems like the other players from Platoon were a little bit slow on joining the chat channel. So it's a little bit difficult getting these lobbies all invited up and ready to roll, ready to rumble, as they say in the BattleBots arena. I don't know, do you guys watch BattleBots? I used to keep up with it a lot actually, but lately I haven't been able to as much. It kind of makes me sad. It's like the one other esports outside of StarCraft 2 that I try to keep up with. I call it an esports because it's not really a real sports, is it? That's probably the right call. I don't think they'll be opposed to being an esports. Although isn't esports also being used now for like online gambling and stuff like that? That is a little bit nefarious if you ask me, but we'll have to reobtain the definition, as you guys may have heard in the Tasteless podcast. Suku joining as well. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, friend. Glad you can make it. You're going to be up next after this series, hopefully, right? That is something to look forward to. I'm really looking forward to myself. I've been hyping it up a lot. TVT, my best matchup to be casting, so I'm expecting a lot here. I'm expecting a long macro game here, Suku. You better give me a good long macro TVT, alright? I won't take anything less. And if it's less than that, then you know what? You better lose. Like that, you know, it better not be in your grasp or power of influence or within your capabilities to not make it go long. So then it ends shortly. I'm sure you understand. It's my Dutchness coming through again. It's a horrible pain being Dutch, you know. It's very, very difficult. People don't understand how difficult it is. Anyway, we're hopping into this next game. Finally got the game going. Indeed we did. But of course there is still 3-minute delay for you guys. So you know what? It's gonna take a while for you to start. Me though, I'm already in this. I'm already watching, already enjoying. Oh, there's so much going on, guys. You won't believe how much stuff there is going on in here. Alright, here we go. Game number 3 will be on Turbo Cruise, and in the bottom left corner of the map we have the green Zerg player. Some know him as Dojo Gamer, some know him as Chris. Hailing from Team Alpha X, it is Chris Dojo Gamer. Oh, that was horrible, Kozen. Either way, we have a second chance here. I just now realized what his name is. They have some weird names in Russia, don't they? Either they have the Russian symbols, and I don't really know what is happening. I guess Bretok. Bretok has the normal name. Right? Why can't they just be like Bretok? But no, of course not. Anyway, we have the purple Terran player in the top right corner of the map, hailing from Team Platoon. He is Ivory Noob, or Bjorn Fan. The Ivory Noob, Bjorn Fan. You guys gotta decide on a name. I guess I'm also here on Golden Zebra, which is not really the name of Kozen, is it? But alright. At least my name isn't up on the scoreboard, so I have an excuse. Either way. Let me see. What did I miss in the chat, actually? Chris is awesome in CVT. Alright, we'll have to watch and see. Indeed, better than this Chris in CVT. Okay, don't be so down on yourself, Sniper. Come on, man, you can do it. You got this. Super nice, reliable player, and his play is super solid. Ah, you're talking about both the Chris's now, aren't you? Alright, I will beat Break. So, no ace game. Wait, what? Oh, right. Well, you're expecting Chris to win this game as well. And to be fair, he might, but you know, we might be jumping to conclusions here. Just talking about the Twitch chat that has been happening for 3 minutes ago. You got this, Suku. Suku can do it. Suku do it then. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Sounds like some some foreigner asking for. Well, never mind. All right, so no offense. Alright, we have a third base coming up. The Reaper not in a good position here to really deny this third base. Dojo Gamer showing us his prowess with that Ling Micro. Pulling back to weakened ones. Not losing too many. Let's take a look. There we go. As we can... Wait, what happened to... Oh, that's a cancelled building, of course. So he must have made a Spore Crawler over here somewhere. Saving a drone. And then cancelling that Spore Crawler. That is that lost minerals over here. You might be thinking, right, for a short brief moment. I was as well. I'm there with you. 18 minerals lost. Without anything lost on the board. How is that possible? Well, that is the power of the Zerg. Being able to send a unit into... Well, I guess any race can really... how do you call this? Cancel a building or something like that. But of course the Zerg with the power to protect their units a lot better that way through the use of producing buildings. And what are we seeing? Actually, oh, this is very cool. We are seeing a spire on the way. That is a very cool building. Let's take a look on the other side. We're seeing a lot of Hellions, not that many Marines in production. Steam Pack already in production though. That's kind of early on. Also a Liberator. The Liberator might be able to help out a little bit against the Mutalisk, but not that much, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Third base also already in production. Is there an engineering bay? No, there is not. So those Mutalisk actually, if the Spire still goes unnoticed for a lot longer, then that is going to be an absolutely devastating unit composition. Mr. Bjornfen or Ivory Noob just doesn't have a answer for. You know what? We're just gonna call him Bjornfen. It's not, you know what? It's not very, how do you call this? Personal, right? Is it? It's not though, is it? A lot of people are Bjornfans, especially Terrans. I doubt there's a lot of Terran players that are not Bjornfans, to be fair. Oh, can we see a good surround here on top of the Hellions? Actually, the Hellions getting into a good position, but look at that. Running around with enough Zerglings here. Beautiful control coming out of Chris. Mr. Dojo Gamer himself. Capable of dealing with those. No problem whatsoever. Now, we did see that Liberator. He did already scout that. That Spore Crawler, but is there actually anything being done in his base to start defending against Mutalisk? Not yet. Not at all. So he might still be a little bit confused, not realizing that this is on the way. Chris, of course, saw that that Liberator was in range, so maybe he is expecting Bjornfen to already be prepared. So now showing his Mutalisk on the other side of the map, and that does give Bjornfen actually the opportunity that he needs to start making those missile turrets. And there we are. There's 2 missile turrets. Let's take a look as well. How many Mutalisk will we actually have being produced here by Chris? Oh, okay, that would be a nice pick of. He won't be able to get it though. That's a nice Tim running forwards. Let the Mutalisk escape. Oh, Chris is going for a lot of Mutalisk here. Actually, this is not something you see every day anymore in the TVZ matchup. It's very interesting stuff happening here. Is he gonna go back in for this? No, he is not. Alright. It's S, not... Oh. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Chaku? Chaku? Cheddar Chaku? Is that the way? Am I doing it right? Please let me know. Yeah, I'm done butchering people their names. Cuckoo. This is a lot of damage, isn't it? It's a lot of SCVs dying over here. It's not really something you'd like to see as a Terran player, but maybe as an Alpha X player, it's not something you mind seeing. That's 2 siege tanks in a good position as well, though. That's a lot of Marines. Baneling speed still very far from finishing. That hatchery is most likely going to die. Actually, no. Oh, Chris really trying his best here to keep it alive. It does go down, and now he goes in with the Banelings, getting on top of the siege tanks at least, and it looks like he will be able to clean this up rather handedly. Mutalisk coming in as well. Right, there we go. He did trade out his 3rd base location though, but of course he did kill off a lot of workers at the same time. And he didn't lose that many workers himself, right? Only 3 workers lost that for Mr. For Mr. Chris, Dojo Gamer. The man, the myth, the legend. Shuku. Am I saying it right? I still need to know. Oh, income Banelings though, with the speed now finished up. Those SCVs are all stacked up. Is he gonna go for those? No, he's actually just gonna go for the killing blow. If he gets these Marines, he's bound to kill off all those SCVs anyway. Okay, he does go for them. That's 10 more graves that need to be made. And that are gonna be very difficult to make, because I don't know how you could ever put those SCVs back together again to put them into the grave, because they just got blown up. They got blown up to bits. I don't know. There's no nice way to put it. But, oh, that is a nice Widow Mine location there, actually. Ooh, dodging it, though. Marvelous reaction there coming out of Chris. Chris showing us the duking, the dodging, and the diving with those Mutalisk. Coming back in again onto that 3rd base. Making the life very okay, well, there we go. Chris taking the series. Well, I still need to know. Chuku, is this? Maybe I should just go into a voice channel with you and hear it out. Cuckoo? You see, the thing is with, I believe it's Dutch. Is it Dutch? Is it a Dutch thing? Let me think this through. Or is it an English thing? Sometimes I mix the two together and it becomes weird. But, like, the C is interchangeable for an S in some cases. And I'm just trying to talk this right for myself. Trying to put the blame on me as well. That's it. Susu. I don't know. I'm the butcherer of names. Maybe that's a good nickname actually, the butcher. The butcher of names though. Wait, I should... The butcher of streaming as well, apparently. Just for getting overlays, left, right, and center. The butcher. The butcher will be my nickname. Just because I do butcher a lot of names. And maybe I shouldn't give myself nicknames, but if you guys would like to call me the butcher, I would appreciate it. Especially because it sounds really cool, but then when you hear the story, that it becomes really sad. I like those types of names. Alright. We're gonna wait and... Yeah, I still don't know. I still don't know the naming. Zarek, stop spoiling the matches. Jeez Louise, Zarek. Come on, man. They're watching the stream. I mean, you kind of have to spoil it for... Cool. Should I just say cuckoo? Cuckoo. The butcher strikes again. Another name. Into the butcher shop. Oh. Oh well. I should sit up straight. Ugh. I'm gonna regret this eventually. It's like a cuckoo clock. Ah. Cuckoo. It's weird though, right? So the C and the K are A, B, C. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys. I'm not saying Dutch makes a lot of sense, but English, you got some weird stuff going on. Or American. I don't know if it's specifically American or if it's specifically English in general. But you got some weird stuff going on. You say it as a C and then it's a Q. Just saying. It's a little odd. I forgot to have a drink, by the way. Oh well. Sarik's internet cut out. That's interesting. Just so you know. He's still here though. Still rolling strong. Giving his all. I don't know how. I don't know. It's very impressive. Honestly, just through sheer willpower, maintaining his internet connection, even though the actual internet cable caught on fire and exploded like as if there were 12 banelings right on top of it. Cousin the Butcher, there we go, it's catching on now. You know what, if you don't have a co-caster to give you nicknames, then you gotta do it yourself. Sometimes chat, I guess you guys can help me out as well. In the chat, right? Validate the nicknames I'm giving myself. Either way, it seems like Zarek is still going strong. Cuckoo and Bleak are both in the lobby. It's 2-1 right now for Alpha X. Alpha X, match point. Can they do it? Will they get the final point on the board? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Wait, no. I'm gonna do the scoreboards first. Sorry to tease you like this, but you know what? I always feel like the tension is a lot better if there is some teasing going on. I need to make sure that I'm not messing this up. Alright. For the final ticket. My final ticket out of here. Perhaps I can redeem myself and I won't have to be the butcher forever. I can be a little herder of sheep. The herder of sheep. A shepherds of the mammals and names. Anyway, a bookkeeper, a librarian of all pronunciations. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this game, or at least do some introduction. 9! I don't know what that was about. Anyway, I'm reading chat, by the way. I know it's like 3 minutes delay. I don't know why I'm even trying this way. Anyway, in the bottom right corner of the map, we have a green Terran player hailing from Team Platoon. Probably shouldn't say it like that. They might feel insulted. Hailing from Team Platoon. Then he is known as Bleak. The first actual player of that team. No, wait, Solarian also had his name on the site as he has in-game. You know, that is the mark of a professional. Those guys are gonna make it big eventually. But we still have something else going on here. Alright, so that didn't fully happen the way this guy over here in the top left wanted it to go. Alright. Alright, you ready for this? I'm gonna give it my best go. In the top left corner of the map on match point, it's the pink Terran player from Team Alpha X, as we can see indicated over there, next to his base. Some people mispronounce his name and then go on about it for way too long. Some other people just call him very simply Cuckoo. Alright. I think I did a good job. Oh, go have a print. Oh, yeah. Actually, oh, right. You reminded me. It's not a pint, it's just something I have in my fridge. It's just some milk, honestly. Let's take a look. You know what? I don't do this too often enough. Let's just go onto Cuckoo's vision here. Show his absolute professionalism. As I quickly fill my mouth with milk from my fridge. Oh. Alright. This is not good camera movement, I gotta say. Maybe it is if you're playing, if you're observing though. Absolutely horrid to watch. Not a good joy. Alright, let me put this back over here, guys, and we'll jump back into it. As I say, I am a professional in the TVT matchup, illustrating right here. 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions is gonna be able to beat 2 Hellions and 1 Reaper. Oh my god, there's a 3rd Reaper. Alright, this changes everything. Cuckoo might be able to get this as long as he gets good AoE damage. A 4th Hellion jumping in as well, and it looks like Cuckoo actually. Wow! Beautiful stuff. Absolutely amazing. He managed to do the impossible. And Cuckoo strikes again. Every hour he does so. Like a clock. Alright, anyway. Kairos is for the ace match. Huh. Yeah, we're supposed to be on new repugnancy. Oh boy. What should we do? I don't know. We can't just restart, can we? Maybe we just switch the maps around if, like, or perhaps if we lose this one, if we lose this map, we're gonna be like, you know what, actually, we were supposed to play on new repugnancy. We need to redo this entire match. You know what, let's redo the entire series. You think that's a good idea? I think that's a good idea. Anyway, okay, Cyclones out on the map as well. Cyclones, a absolute unit of devastation, completely annihilating 2 Hellions already right from the get-go. 1 siege tank should be able to push these Cyclones away though, unless if they go in perfect unison, split up and use a little bit of magic. The Cyclones will be able to kill that siege tank, but of course this is not a game of magic, is it? No, it is not. This is StarCraft 2 we are watching. StarCraft 2, of course, a lot better than any form of magic show. Because we are cold, hard, analytical people. Wishing only the greatest of sights to be beholden. Cuckoo is trying his best to give us a macro match, and I appreciate that very much. Bleak as well at the same time, going for the same thing. The one thing we are missing now is a mech player, right? We need 1 player to go full on mech, and we need 1 player to go full on bio. Oh my dear lord, is it happening? It's happening! Look at this, guys. We are getting a treat here today. It's a mech player coming for Bleak, and on the other side we have the Stimpack being researched. Obviously a clear indicator of a non-mech player in any form of the word. Alright, that is a little bit in... Okay, no, wait, hold up. I mistook the Dorito cannon line there for a moment. for the cyclone thingamajig. Alright, boom goes the dynamite. Cuckoo absolutely annihilating that cyclone there in the middle of the map. And what's this? A standstill. A showdown. It's gonna occur right here. One Marine poking forwards, realizing actually, uh-oh, Cuckoo's moving around. Bleak needs to pay attention. Moving his own siege tanks as well. Oh, there come the missile. Or, no, wait, actually, it is the disable right there on top of the first siege tank. And Cuckoo, you're doing too much damage early on, mate. This is gonna end too quickly. I don't want this to end just yet. Come on, buddy. Alright, there we go. It's a stalemate. Bleak does manage to hold on for now. Sarek complaining about 1 million people messaging him, and he only slept for 3 hours. I don't think like it's gonna be easier having 1 million people message you, even if like if you sleep like 10 hours. Honestly, I don't think that would be a lot better. Like 1 million people, that's a lot of people. I remember I was messaging you as well. Actually, you messaged me, so you're messaging a lot of people. Or maybe you're just messaging me. In which case, I appreciate that. I feel very special. Okay. We are seeing the 3rd base being put down for Mr. Cuckoo. Mr. Cuckoo also deciding that he needs that 4th base up and running as well at the same time. Realizing that Mr. Bleak on the other side of the map does have his 3rd base. And alright, some Vikings. What's this? Aliens? Aliens are not welcome here. No, sir. Having to move away because they do not have the orange access pass. Or, I mean, the pink access pass. And of course, access passes you do carry on you on your entirety of your body. I don't know if that joke even works. I don't think it does. Alright, anyway, this is looking rather interesting. A lot of siege tanks over here for Mr. Bleak. Mr. Bleak having a nice army lead, actually. And I'm kind of curious. Cuckoo, you're going bio, but you're behind on army supply. That is not something that's supposed to happen. How did this occur? I'm not sure. Perhaps I should have paid a little bit more attention. Or perhaps you guys already did anyway, right? You have the production tab. You should be fine. You just need me here to control the camera for you. So you can sit back, relax, and put your feet up onto the table. This is a good position actually, Bleak. With this amount of siege tanks doing a lot of damage here. Cuckoo not allowing his Vikings to get killed off. Alright, he might start poking right now with his Vikings. Maybe if he does clump them up all together, might be able to snipe some of these Vikings that aren't as clumped up together. So far not going for it yet though. Needs that Viking. Wait, what happened here? There's some Marines running. Oh my dear lord, I'm missing it. Alright, the Vikings now going in, and it looks like Cuckoo. Does he have enough? It looks like he does. Okay, so he does clear up the Vikings. That means actually, no, he does not. There's another Viking right there in the top. Oh, the Marines going in from the wrong side. Walking into that siege tank line. Alright, that is absolutely horrible. Gozen cursed Cuckoo. I don't know if I did. I mean, I butcher names. That's true, but... Oh, wait, what the hell was that? Those Vikings shot ground units. Did you see that? Those missiles went downwards. If only they could find out how they did that and then optimize that technology for actual using. Gozen the Cursed Butcher. Oh my god. Oh my god, that sounds too cool to be my nickname though. We will have to find something else. Alright, there's one more siege tank. Actually not covering these other siege tanks. That is okay, but he just moves into that range anyway. Alright, he loses a Viking because of it. Not too shabby. Now finally starting mining again there. Let's take a look at this. Huh. Alright, let's not look at that anymore. Let's just hope that Cuckoo manages to pull through. There is a planetary fortress here, but there are a lot of Hellions actually rolling forwards. Alright, the bio now jumping forwards. Gonna be able to clean up those Hellions. Alright, only 7 SCVs going down. That is quite a large amount actually. Especially because Bleak already 77 workers versus 56. I need to find the one advantage that Cuckoo has here. Alright, no, that's not it. There's something here. We must be able to find something. Need to... Alright, he has a bigger bank. Oh, no, wait. No, never mind. I was looking wrong. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? I tried to mix up the... Switch the names around, but it also switches the minerals and gas around. That would be fun, though, if I were able to just switch their banks around. Like, oh, this guy has a lot of money. Just press a button, and then the other guy has a lot of money. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So yeah, Cuckoo will have to figure this one out for himself. How many siege tanks does he have? He has 5 versus 10. I guess he has more Vikings, right? Yeah. But then there's also 4 Thors. And it's only 2 extra Vikings. And Bleak is moving out. He's moving out quite heavily here with his force. That's a lot of siege tanks. If those siege tanks get into a good position. Luckily though, there is a sacrificial supply depot here. I'm gonna be able to spot this, but oh, the siege tank's already in a good position here. Alright, those Hellbats do get absolutely slaughtered. Oh, Cuckoo, what are you doing, my friend? Where are you going? This is... Alright, he's gonna go for full base trade scenario here. I'm not sure if I like this. I guess the siege tanks and the Thors are gonna be a little bit slower than the Bioforce, but he does need to... Alright, let's take a look. What does Mr. Bleak have in his base? Can Cuckoo... Almost said it wrong. Can Cuckoo get into the base here? Can he manage to get right on top of the supply and then find some sort... Oh my god, Bleak is moving backwards. This is absolutely amazing for Cuckoo. Cuckoo now doing a lot of damage. Can he kill off as many factories as possible? That would absolutely devastate the entire production line. Having a good siege position here as well. Oh, 5 siege tanks in this position. That's going to be very difficult to deal with for Mr. Bleak. Mr. Bleak, can he pull through? Cuckoo needs to push this, keep this army away. Of course, he landed all his Vikings here. Those other Vikings might start to land as well. Oh, dear lord. Alright, the siege tank's already destroyed, but the entirety of the production line has been absolutely annihilated here. Mr. Bleak might be in a little bit of trouble. He still has a very nice income, as we can see. But, of course, if you don't have anywhere to spend that money... you're better off not having the money, I'd say. Maybe, well, that might not be true. But yeah, if you don't have anywhere to spend the money, things are going to be very difficult for you. Oh, alright, he'd already made 4 extra factory. Oh god, we're missing the engagement. Alright, in comes Mr. Cuckoo. Cuckoo dealing a lot of damage. Oh, that is quite significant. Actually, still training out rather nicely here. I did not expect this to turn around this way. Guys, this was an absolutely amazing maneuver from Cuckoo. Having balls of steel. Absolutely amazing. Holy moly. Pushing back Bleak, and now look at this. Oh, a couple of Marines. This is the 5 Marines. A little... This is... What game do you have 5 players with? Oh my dear lord. Is it like any MOBA? Right? Any MOBA? This is like... These guys play Dota together. And now... Okay, well... I wish I hadn't made such a backstory about them. This just made me sad now that they're dead. Alright, let's just try to forget about them. 19 workers did get killed. Now Cuckoo finally in a good position, managing to get himself back into this game. There were so many disadvantages there for him, but somehow, someway, Bleak managing to throw all of that out of the window, walking backwards with his army. Not gonna go for the base trade fully, and then just losing his entire production line, and now he's in absolute misery, having to recreate so many factories and not really in a good position, losing his main base, losing a lot of workers, and now these factories obviously in a horrible position to really deal with, well, pretty much anything. Very, very hard to defend this location. And also giving up on making that command center full now. Mr. Bleak, what is your answer here, Mr. Bleak? Mr. Bleak, do you still have some sort of fight left in this series? He might do. Alright, that siege tank was just barely in range of that other siege. I don't know if that was actually the case. That feels like a little bit of a cheap shot, but oh my dear lord. Hellions in the third base. Hellions mowing down the entire the entire mineral line there. And then going for these young newbie SEVs. Also, nobody is safe. Oh, that is so nice. Cuckoo, you're doing it, man. Keep this rolling. Keep it up. Can he push through? Oh, that one siege tank needs a little bit of love from the bio ball. Okay, it didn't arrive in time, unfortunately. Marines here in a good position, gonna be able to deny a little bit more mining. Those Hellions gonna try their best, but of course they do need their big brother the Thor to help out. Oh, that high impact payload, high load impact, the high load impact payload is very strong. High impact load. Rounds? What was it again? I don't know. Tell me, chat. Eventually you'll tell me, and then I'll be like, ah, yes. Yes, if we even get to that moment, of course, because we are on a 3-minute delay. In comes Cuckoo once more, moving on the top side of the map. The one place where there's no radar tower, actually. Everywhere on this map is a radar tower except for here, and this is the one place there's no siege tanks either. Maybe a little bit of a miscalculation by Bleak, not being in a good position here, losing another base, but at the same time, he's doing some damage again. These couple of Hellions being absolute heroes of the Green Nation. Oh my lord, are you kidding me, Chris? Is there actually a 500 MMR difference? No way. No way there's a 500 MMR difference. That is absolutely insane. And Cuckoo is doing... like, he's just keeping up with him, honestly. Like, he's doing absolutely amazing. Oh, wait, what was that? Okay, never mind. Oh, the APM is kind of equal. But look at this. He's kind of getting low right now, Bleak is. I don't know if he's feeling that confident anymore. He might be starting to feel a little bit desperate. Oh, the Liberator on the way. That one's gonna get shot down immediately. Marvelously played there by Mr. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Can he keep this up? Can he keep this momentum going? Still, oh, Liberator's Bleak trying his best to find some sort of damage here. Using those Liberators, going across the map, but oh, Cuckoo looking like he will be already in a good position. This might be Bleak's last chance, honestly. If he loses this army, that would be absolutely devastating. Alright, he does manage to kill off that planetary fortress. Of course, there is a Hellion wailing away at that refinery over there, not unimportant. And then just blowing up in the middle of the map, of course, another worthy sacrifice. Alright, these Vikings taking pot shots at one another, and the bioforce of Cuckoo, it's so absolutely low though. We need to have more medevacs here, but at the same time we need to have more Vikings to start taking back this air control. This is not too much of a force, but of course with the bioforce being this low, Cuckoo cannot afford to really push in there. Scanning forwards, oh my dear lord, this can still go both ways, guys. I don't want to praise Cuckoo too much, just that he still might be in trouble here. This is a lot of siege tanks with the Liberators, with the Vikings moving forwards. Even a Thor there in the mix, gonna be able to throw out heavy punches. Losing more of his units, and now Cuckoo going forward needs to watch out with those stims. Only one medevac available with 5 energy. And alright, now it's Cuckoo's time to actually march backwards here. Oh my dear lord, it might not be in time though. Now the siege tanks are in a marvelous sieging position, right on top of the production, together with the Liberators, together with the Vikings here. making life very, very difficult for Cuckoo. Cuckoo needs to have these barracks just continuously producing and set up a big flank here. Alright, okay. Ooh, here it comes. Okay, he has his units in the bottom side. Wants to wait for some siege tanks perhaps to unsiege. And then jump right on top of that opportunity. Oh, that was very close. Almost getting that one. Another Liberator sieging up right on top of the siege tank. A nice pullback from Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Can he do it? He needs to have more. Oh my dear lord. I don't know what's gonna happen here, guys. It is absolutely crazy what is going on. Oh, that's a stim. There's no medevacs here though, Cuckoo. The game, the game broke. The game broke, guys. Look at this. What is this? I don't know. Blue squares. I guess it's because the production queue is just not working anymore. Oh, Vikings being landed. That might have not been the right call, right? SCVs now also coming off the lines. The SCVs though not in front of the Bioforce just yet. Okay, in comes Cuckoo. Cuckoo actually breaking the siege here. For now, but losing 27 workers at the same time now. Okay, we need to keep an eye out on the production tab. What is the unit count like? 6 siege tanks still available, 1 Viking, 1 Hellbat, 3 Hellions. And what did I say, guys? TVT. Is this not the best matchup to behold? Oh my dear lord. Cuckoo still with a pretty significant army lead, but of course Bleak having the economic advantage now. Having more command centers, having, well, more SCVs, more than double the SCV amount. Oh my dear lord, if Cuckoo gets shot by these siege tanks too much, he's gonna lose his entire Bioforce. And there goes the final medevac that was available. 2 new medevacs are on the way though. Cuckoo not finding any damage. Oh no, oh no, oh no. What is this? Bleak going in with more Hellions into the mineral line. This is absolutely devastating. Cuckoo cannot afford to be losing these SCVs right now. And if these Hellions find even more damage over here, oh boy, that could be absolute trouble. Marines stemming forward, gonna try their best to clean up these Hellions, but the Hellions of course doing a lot of damage against these Marines. Is it enough? Okay, does manage to clear it up, but again, even more income advantage here for Mr. Bleak. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Alright, there is... Oh, wait. Okay. For a moment I thought you said Cuckoo is 4.408 and Shadow is 4 or 5.4. So that would have been 1,000 MMR difference, but that would have been absolutely insane. Alright, Cuckoo. I feel like he had a moment there where he was able to get on top of that army, but unfortunately I don't think he did it quickly enough when the siege tanks were still in the middle of the map. As if he just stayed a little bit closer there, perhaps he might have been able to pull this one through. I feel like he might have taken too much damage now. He fought very bravely, but it might have been too little, too late. Cuckoo, what will he do? What does he still have left? 2 medevacs here with a couple of units. Ah, that siege tank over there on the high ground, just barely giving vision. Cuckoo trying to take advantage of that high ground advantage, but unfortunately Bleak being aware that something like that might occur. Now these siege tanks moving in with the Hellions and the Hellbats. A final push coming out of Cuckoo, moving in on this tank line, but it is just not enough. The Hellbats and Hellions and siege tanks stand strong for Mr. Bleak. And that is it. Cuckoo, very well played there, my friend, and that was absolutely amazing. That was an amazing series to behold. Thank you so much for you know, that incredible back and forth there. That was a lot of fun. And we have arrived in the evening time here, guys. As you can see, clearly demonstrated by all the darkness around me. The darkness, of course, does hide the butcher shop. All the blood and all the dead names hanging down here on the meat hooks. Or the vocabulary, the pronunciation hooks, there we go. Something like that. I'm sure there's some sort of way we can call this. Anyway, that means the series is tied up again, 2-2. And, well, I'm not gonna lie, I hope we're gonna send out a Terran player. And I hope they're gonna send out a Terran player. Should we just do a rematch between Cuckoo and Bleak? Should we just do that? I'm not opposed to it. Cuckoo almost had that one with almost 500 MMR difference. That is something else. Okay. Let's take a look. High impact payload. Shadows, Eric. Showing off. You're just a showboat now, man. No fun to be had with you. Oh, okay, okay. Anyway. Yeah. Cuckoo truly showing everyone why they need to be a fan. Chris agreeing already in the past, of course. Anyway. We're gonna wait for both teams to select their ace player. And we're gonna go into the final game here. Between Platoon and Alpha X, the ace match. In this best of 5 series. And, well, let's hope it's a good one. We're, Mr. Vladimir Putin. Well, I probably shouldn't call him Putin. Just Mr. Vladimir. Not Putin. So insulting, isn't it? It's like calling all the Dutch people... I guess we don't really have a very common Dutch name. Well, we do have some, but I don't think they're very common. Are they? And then most of them are like names like, I don't know, like Paul, you know, which is already an English name as well. Or like Simon. Or Eric. Or I'm just gonna be sitting here trying to come up with more Dutch names and then pronounce them in the English way. Huh. Will. Will is the name. I have an uncle named Will. Bob. I don't know. I don't know. That's how far I can go. Anyway. Let me try to light up the atmosphere here a little bit. Ace match. Oh, wait a moment. We can still pull our ace card, guys. We can still say, oh, Oops! We played on the wrong map. We were supposed to play on New Repugnancy. Bleak and Suku never... Bleak and Cuckoo never happened. Terribly sorry. I really am. I'm not doing this on purpose, okay? I'm an accidental butcher. Oh, that was nice and bright. I need something bright here. Let me see. This could be bright. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's okay. Alright. They might be discussing how they're gonna fix this situation. It's a difficult one. I'm glad I'm not involved with the decision-making process for this this series. And I'm just gonna keep an eye out on when I'm getting the invite. Speaking with the lead from the other team now, Sarek. Alright. I was looking at the in-game chat, guys, but it's already in Twitch chat. And it's been there for a long time. Even for the delay, like, this is now 5 minutes. Oh, it took me 2 minutes and there's a 3-minute delay. I'm just gonna be talking here about waiting for some kind of update. It's just been sitting there. Oh, God. Oh, well. Okay. Anything else happening in chatland? Stressful game, and now I feel the pressure. Under pressure. Da 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 da. Na, 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 na. No, it's a different song. Under pressure. So I know. So I know. Ah, guess I don't just butcher names. All right. Could see myself thinking about Dutch names now. Should I just continue with that? All right. I know this one Dutch name, right? It's kind of unique. I've only met one person who had this name, so I'm not sure. Like, it's not very common, but it is very Dutch. It's Roderick, and the literal translation would be Red Rick. Oh, Rick, that's another one of them, right? But then you just add Red Rick. Like, I guess that's not really an English name. I don't know. Hello, where are your team? Oh, Sarah got disconnected. Oh. Oof. I'm asking him if he wants to friendly chat with me while we wait. I don't know how we'll take that. He's just confused. He seems to be thinking it's funny though, so that's good. Just faster. I'm gonna be entertaining not only the stream, but also our Russian friends over here. Do we have anyone else that could do the thingamajig on the just entering the ace player, perhaps? Is that something we could do? How about some football matches? Some football? Oh, we could do the football. Yeah. You know what? I've done some football myself. I foot butchered it though, to be fair. I wasn't good. I was very grumpy as a football player. Like, I always disagreed with the referee. on your phone at the moment. Cousin, can you check Discord? Oh, okay. Could you have the Russian guy on the other side make the map? Ah, alright. You know I'm not good at checking things, Sarek. They're hosting. Yes. Alright, I'm in. I'm not gonna play, hopefully. And if I am, we're all in good for a good laugh. Honestly. And Alpha X can never show its face ever again at any type of event. So or anyone associated with Alpha X will forever hide their faces. Or just every individual from Alpha X will just leave Alpha X straight away to save their image. Help save face. Alright. Alright, who are we sending into battle though? Who's our ace? I could check on the wait, I should probably check here. It's gonna turn off the light for a moment, guys, I'm sorry. It is it's Chris. Oh, it's Chris versus Bleak. Alright, there we go. I'll invite Chris. There you go, Chris. There you go, buddy. Alright, now we find the other player. The other player being Bleak. He's not in the chat, is he? Could be a free victory here, guys. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Wait. Means it's another ZVT, though, for Chris. That could be very good, right? Right? Let's take a look at Dojo Gamer. Alright, okay. Is a good amount of MMR he has assembled. I'm a little bit jealous. Right, Chris being now impatient as well. Everyone's so impatient. Guys, why is everyone so impatient? I don't understand. I mean, it's StarCraft 2 for crying out loud. It's the greatest game in the world. If we would have to wait, like, if this was the last game of StarCraft 2 we would ever get to see, we were willing to be waiting for multiple hours. Of course, it's just another one, so you know, it's an oversaturation of a lot of games, and then people start to lose interest in a way, right? You gotta keep your mind set in a certain way, so you keep that motivation for a longer period of time. Cuckoo also getting impatient now. Guys, let's have a heart-to-heart, alright? We need to talk about what is happening with our community and our patience overall for our opponents and maybe technical difficulties, right? We know that sometimes here and there people have some disconnects. Maybe they need some food, right? Or, well, maybe not food. He needs to go toilet, right? The opposite side of the food spectrum. It just happens sometimes, right? And us as persons as well as individuals, we should have respect for those situations. And we should realize that of course, the other person having to go to the bathroom, or perhaps having technical difficulties, didn't mean to do so. It just kind of happened. It's part of human nature to disconnect. Or bathroom tendencies. That's a word. I'm pretty sure it's a word. Anyway. If it's not, we'll just say it's a Dutch word, alright? Don't bother me. Don't throw dictionaries at me. I'm already a butcher anyway. We are slowly losing viewers. That is kind of... That is making me... Oh, it's funny too. I can imagine, like, I'm just talking complete nonsense for a while now. I must be repeating myself, right? How much have I repeated myself? I think that little interlude there was a nice brief moment, but I feel like I'm running dry on that now. And I really do hope that the bathroom break doesn't take too long. Of course, we don't know what kind of bathroom break it is, or how far away the bathroom is, right? It might be an outhouse, might be a river somewhere, right? He might have to go to the river with his bucket and his toilet paper. Why would you need a bucket then as well? I think you wouldn't need a bucket. Perhaps, you know what, there's something very satisfying about peeing in a river. Have you guys ever done it? I don't know. It feels liberating in a way. Very natural. I need more conversational stuff. You versus Bleak. I'll enter the results from my phone. I hope you are talking to Chris there. I didn't know SC2 players had... Wait, this is from the arcade. Alright, let me talk to you guys about the arcade. So, you know what? Reading more of this, I'm not gonna do so. It's toilet humor. We've already done that. We've passed that point. And we're trying to make it better now. Alright. I swear, guys, we're gonna get this game started soon. We have Bleak now in the lobby as well. Chris is in the lobby. They're both in the lobby. Perhaps the lobby host, right? Oh, I am the lobby host. Don't know when that happens. Both players are ready. Okay, wow. Ha, here we go. Good luck, good luck. Oh, wait, other way around. Good luck, good luck. Have fun, have fun. Too many responsibilities. Checking Discord, getting the lobby host. At least we can have a laugh about it, right? That is... Sure we can. Okay, anyway. Chris... Also getting impatient now, still in the Twitch chat. Probably not right now because the game has started, for us at least. But of course, the rest of you will have to look at our face for at least 3 more minutes. Anyway, here we go. Into the final game. Let me do the scores first. And then we press the button. Hailing from... Wait. Hailing from Team Platoon, we have the red Terran player. In the top right corner of the map, it is a Bleak. His opponent on the opposite side of the map, hailing from Alpha X, the greatest nation in the world and on the web. It's the green Zerg player. His name is Dojo Gamer. Alright, this is kind of breaking the tension, I hope, for that long waiting period. Of course, guys, Apologies for that one. I hope you had a little bit of an entertainment time there. Of course, I realize you guys aren't watching here for StarCraft 2. You're just here for me. Okay, anyway. Extractor on the way, spawning pool as well. But first, of course, we do see a hatchery being grown on the map here. And a quick command center. Also gonna be put down. Right on top of the crater of some other sort of command center. Doesn't really seem good, right? I don't know. If you already see a corpse of a building there, it's like, you know, if you see a... if you're going through the desert and then for some reason, like, for some reason you are in the desert and then you see a human corpse, right? Just a bunch of skeletons. You're gonna be like, huh, maybe I should turn around. At least I would have that consensus. I would be thinking about that. And I feel like perhaps you should think the same when you're building your command center on a, well, a place that looks like it's been heavily bombarded from space. It doesn't seem like a safe location. Anyway, oh, that was a very close, almost catching that Reaper there. Did he actually kill a drone? Yes, he did. That Reaper being a little bit relentless here. Ooh, still going for it, but... Alright. Now has to run away with its tail between its legs. Just had to check if I actually did do the overlay correctly. Seems like I've been on the ball with that one. There was at least one thing I'm not butchering up. In comes the Reaper once more. Flying true with his red colors in the back. 2 flames to accompany him. And 2 guns. 1 grenade, though. Only 1. Doesn't make sense, does it? No, it doesn't, Kozen. Truly doesn't. Banshees. With cloak as well. Interesting choice, especially considering we saw Chris already going for those very early on Mutalisk. This time, though, it doesn't appear to be the case necessarily. No lay attack yet on the way. We are seeing a Baneling Nest, though. And, well... Huh. That's a lot of Hellions. That's a lot of drones being killed, isn't it? Well, I guess it's only 3. It's only 3 for the price of 4 Hellions. I guess it's not done yet. He might kill 1 more. Ooh, that was close. Alright. The drones had something to say about that. That was a nice little defense there for Mr. Chris himself. And gonna be putting down that... Oh, did he actually see with his... he must have, right? He must have seen the Banshee coming across here with that Overlord. And already putting down the Spore Crawlers. That's absolutely marvelous for him. And he's going to be fully prepared for the Banshee now striding into the main base. Banshee actually is just a helicopter, isn't it? It's like a double-bladed helicopter, triple-bladed helicopter. Very interesting. Looks like Chris is fine. Very good. Another good, solid defense. And, oh my dear lord, what are you doing? Chris. Chris, was that really necessary? I don't think it was. Anyway, trying his best to blow up the wall there. Still going alright. There's a Roach Warren on the way now as well. Also the lay attack. I think we saw the Roach Warren as well the previous time. At least when he did go for those Mutalisks. I'm really curious to see if he will go again for those Mutalisks. Well, of course, it will definitely start to help out, alright? More damage being done on top of that Banshee, although, oh my dear lord, okay, he does get a Queen. It's the first amount of damage. Did he actually lose the other Banshee? No, he didn't. So there's another Banshee somewhere out on the map. Let's try to find it. There it is, okay. And it's gonna try its best to get repaired here. Let's take a look. We are seeing a full-on mech composition coming out for Bleak, adding 2 armories, adding more factories here. 2 tech lab factories, 1 reactor factory, and of course, not unimportant, a starport without any sort of add-on. Oh my dear lord, this could do a lot of damage actually. Those Hellions coming in right now. Only 2 workers being killed so far. The Queens. Oh, I'm sorry, trying their best to block off the pathway, but 9-10 drones actually going down. That's an absolutely horrid amount of drones being killed here for Chris. Chris now in a world of trouble. Almost 10 workers behind here. Having lost 16 workers in total. That is absolutely devastating against a Terran player that is comfortably moving his own 3rd base now across the area here. This is a weird gap. I don't know how to call it exactly. The pit of doom of new repugnancy. It's so weird, right? This little bit over here. Why? Why is this entire area open for Reapers, and then this one little area over here, the map maker was like, you know what would be annoying on this map? Reapers. We need a little bit of an area where they cannot get up into the base. And he decided, you know what? This is the place. This is the place to do so. And that is an interesting choice. Anyway, alright, we are seeing Hydralisk this time being created. So most likely we will be seeing that Hydralisk Baneling composition, and this Liberator should be safe. Saw how I delayed my call there a little bit, so I could call it out at a later point, and seeming like I already was starting out to call something. Okay, that's cleaning up some creep here. Bleak now also scouting this full space location. Looking pretty good. Not gonna lie, Bleak still in a very nice dominant position here, especially considering that he is gonna go for that mech army. This is a pretty good map, I'd say, for a mech-based army. 3 kills on that Liberator. Oh, 9 kills actually on this one Banshee over here. I don't know how or when he actually killed all those workers, but there's a lot of workers that he killed with those Banshees. Right now, finally, the Hydralisk getting underneath them and managing to shut them down. But, of course, they... Oh, my dear lord, that is actually quite a hefty force. Thank God for the creep there. The creep scouting out that this is on the way. And the Roaches now getting in a good position, marching forward. Gonna try their best to get right on top of this battle mech army. And, alright, Chris still holding strong. Dojo Gamer, I should say, for the people that are not aware with the actual name here from Dojo Gamer, of course. Like I was not too long ago. Okay, Chris, you don't want to move too far forward, my friend. There should be siege tanks here waiting for you to march in. And there they are, shooting away at those Hydras and Roaches now. The battle mech not allowing the Zerg army to fully retreat. Continuously locking on and marching backwards, using their mobility here to take advantage of the, you know what, this entire area off of creep. And oh my dear lord, Dojo Gamer moving forward, Chris going for the killing blow. I don't think he has enough units though, but he's trading out really nicely. Now the 2 siege tanks back in the air should be able to push this back once more. Alright. Reasonable trade there coming out for Chris, but still, of course, he didn't really have a good economy. I'm wondering if he can afford to continuously trade like that. That could not be too good for him. Let's take a look. Alright, 21 workers in total killed. Only 4 Chris here. Bleak, I'd say, still in a very nice position. 73 workers versus 63 only here for Chris. And, of course, Bleak also having his 4th base secured. Choosing to have this 4th base in the middle of the map instead of the 4th base that is a little bit further away. Making his pushing distance a lot less. And making things a little bit easier for him, perhaps, that way. Okay, that is a really good reaction there from Chris. Dojo Gamer using those Roaches there to deny those Hellions entry into the base. And, whoa, hello? Hello. Hello, little boy. You must be lost. ran away from his mother. And now in a place that he never wanted to be. 2 Liberators coming from the top. There is a Spore Crawler here. Looks like he will have 1 Liberator on this base and another Liberator on the third. Has to reposition this Spore Crawler as soon as possible. Alright, drones have been pulled. More drones actually going in though. That is quite a lot of drones already being lost. And this other Liberator as well. Now wailing away. That's good reaction here though from Mr. Dojo Gamer. Chris not doing so, he's trying his best to start poking into the main base here as well for the Terran, or at least the 4th base. But I don't know if that is a force he can use to really do a lot of damage with. Liberator again being so annoying continuously, really taxing Chris's multitasking here. But there are infestors on the way. Almost having that 3 infestor count up there. Pathogen glands have been created already. So he will have good energy on those infestors as soon as they pop. But he really desperately needs them. Oh my lord, is there no end to this Liberator harassment? 41 workers killed in total versus 5 workers killed here. Now Bleak moving in again with the battle mech, just continuously non-stop putting up the pressure onto Chris. Where are the infestors? That is the question we all need to wonder now. Where are they? There they are. Right, there are the infestors. As long as he can get a good fungal on top of that battle mech, he should be good. Right, that is reasonable. Gonna be able to pick off those cyclones now. That is very good. Might be able to clean up those siege tanks as well. Doesn't want to lose the infestors though, of course. And might, oh my dear lord, the Hellions flying in from the top, taking down so many drones. And also, still, of course, Liberators continuously. Look at that. 6 kills on that Liberator as well. And now 54 workers killed. Bleak being an absolute beast in this matchup. Going very, very strong here. Using his battle mech against Chris. Sacrificing Hellions. Yes, he is. But he is getting his money's worth just by killing off the economy over and over again. And forcing Chris to make units instead of drones. So he can't really replenish those workers. And now being in an absolutely horrid state here. Needs to try and get himself into a very late game composition. Has to stay on top of those fungals and his infestor control here. Perhaps the perfect infestor control will be able to get him back into this game, but he needs to be careful. Doesn't want to keep losing units for free here with those lock-ons. Okay, more Hellions. Oh my god, that's a lot of Hellions. Transforming into Hellbats just to make it worse. Gonna get right on top of that natural base, killing off more workers at the same time. Oh my dear lord. Chris, you are in trouble, my friend. There's more units in the top side of the map. Perhaps overextending, well, pulling too many units to the bottom side there. Well, things... He does manage to hold off again, but at what cost, right? At what cost? He is just not trading out really efficiently. And Bleak just is very comfortable sitting back. Look at this, he even took this base. How many times do you see a Terran being this aggressive? I wouldn't be surprised him taking this base as well, just so he can just continuously push with his siege tanks forwards. And really be a pain in this, a thorn in the side of Chris here. Oh, big fungals coming in, but siege tanks wailing away at those infestors. I don't know, this might be enough. Getting right on top of those siege tanks, but there's still cyclones here. There's still a Liberator. There's the planetary fortress behind this too. Chris just doesn't have the numbers to push through, sacrificing so many of his units. And look at this, Bleak feeling so comfortable. Gonna be putting his command center right here, right next to the Zerg base. That is gonna hurt. Oh, that is gonna sting. It's kind of a BM command center here. Even starting his SCV production. Oh my god, okay. well, I don't know, guys. I don't know if Chris still has the unit count, all the economy. We are gonna have to see. Those are good infestors. Those are really nice neural parasites. Good use of the infested marines. Actually pushing forwards again. He might be able to start doing some actual damage here. But, oh, the siege tank line just keeps going backwards non-stop continuously. And now, I'm not sure if he still has the units to really take on a planetary fortress with this amount of SCVs there ready to repair. I feel like Chris needs to have some sort of more late tech composition. He needs to have his hive tech, and then perhaps he needs the Vipers, or he needs Broodlords. He needs something here, guys. Like, this is so absolutely difficult to stay on this type of Roach Hydra Ravager technology with the Infestors, I do admit, but oh my dear lord, he's just not trading out efficiently. Like, he has more units lost, he has more gas, more minerals lost, and he has more workers lost. He doesn't have the economy that the Terran has, even though as a Zerg, of course, you always want to be one base ahead. It's like he's one base behind continuously. Alright, does manage to clean up a nice bit here of the battle mech, but we can see the supply immediately jumping back up to 190. As we can see, battlecruiser transition on the way. Oh my dear lord, that is going to be absolutely horrible for Chris. Chris now, once again, trying his best to start sieging up this planetary fortress. And Cyclones now marching across the map here. Gonna try to clean up some creep. You see, oh, that's a nice lock on there. Actually did. Oh, I thought he locked onto the Infestor, but missing that one, unfortunately for him. Still, though, doing a lot of damage on those roaches, peeling away the armor and, well, the big meat shields that Chris has assembled for himself. Now, look at the Bank Bleak just massing up 2,600 minerals. Near 2k gas as well. Max supply. And slowly transitioning into those battle cruisers. And I don't think Chris even is aware, right? He has no idea this is on the way. He's just glad that he's finally catching some Cyclones, finally catching some Hellions without really realizing that he is. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, oh boy, oh dear lord, oh my god. Oh my god. Chris, oh no. Oh dear lord. This is very unfortunate. I'm very happy that Chris is sticking in this game, right? He's not giving up. He doesn't want to surrender. He still has a very nice army count. Let's see, he has 9 Infestors, but there are, let's take a look, 5 battlecruisers, 2 more on the way. Alright, so I guess that is the best chance here. Being able to, oh no, no, he used all his Infestor energy here as well on the Infested Marines. Right, he does manage to finally clear up that planetary fortress. That is a good sign. Being able to do some economic damage of his own, but he still needs so much more to be done. It's not that much for Bleak now to remake that. And, oh my dear lord, that Liberator just barely out of range. He's gonna have to put a Creep Tumor down and then reposition the Spore Crawler. Or he just waits until the Liberator moves, actually. Okay, there's another Liberator at the 3rd base location, though. Is there some kind of way for Chris to come back into this? I do not see it, guys. I'm very sorry. I want to have this happen for Chris. I want this to come. I want the comeback to happen, but I'm not sure how. Honestly, like maybe neural parasites on top of the battlecruisers. Maybe that is like a weakness Bleak did not foresee coming here. All right, the Infestors are under the ground. They didn't get scanned yet. Oh, okay, this could be the one play that could get Dojo Gamer back into the game. There he goes. Huge neural parasites immediately going down. He needs those Ravagers to shoot the biles right on top of the Liberators. He needs to keep his Infestors alive. Alright, teleporting away the DCs. Alright, that was a pretty good fight actually. Managing to take down a lot of the battle cruisers, a lot of the army, but still though he lost so much of his own units. And look at the supply, guys, it's still in favor of Bleak. Even though it's so much harder for him to remake his units, it's just because he has all those production buildings, he has the bank, and Chris just has been running on fumes for so long now. Oh my god, alright, well, Yamato cannons going down, and that might be it. Only Ravages remaining here. The battle cruisers stand tall and strong. Oh my dear lord. Oh my dear lord. More battle cruisers are being created. They are on the way. Only 118 supply now versus 200, and the bank is growing once more for Bleak here. He's just adding all the upgrades that he can. Going for +3 air weapons here as well. Let's take a look. Already having +3 for everything else he needs. And Chris never really having been in a position where he can make his own upgrades. Which is definitely not helping out. More workers being killed here. Very unfortunate stuff happening. But, alright. 15 more workers have been... 115 workers killed in total. Wow, that is... Oh my dear lord, that is too much. Festus coming in, gonna try to neural parasite the siege tanks just to give his Ravagers a chance here. Biles coming down, but the battle cruisers, they seem to be standing strong. Not that many Infestors still remaining, and the Ravagers go down as well. This might be it. This might be the last breathing moments. GG from Chris. Platoon takes the series. Oh my god. Oh, that was very painful to watch. Oh my dear lord. Chris, I'm sorry for that, my man. I really hoped you would do a lot better, but you... well, he did well. He did well, guys. Let's be honest. He played well. He gave you this all. He had good control there with his Infestors. He just never had the economy, really, to push back the Terran opponent. The Terran onslaught, that was just relentlessly expanding right into his bases. And with bases, I kind of mean his face, right? Literally like 2 meters away. Taking expansions next to his opponents, pretty much. And doing so brazenly as well. Oh my god. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. I have been Kozen. You can find me on Twitter underneath Really Kozen. You can find me on Twitch, Really Kozen. I do actually, I post weekly schedules now on Twitter, so I'm actually using Twitter for something useful, showing what events I'll be casting and where you can find me. So that is it. Yeah, all right. That was kind of a slaughter. Thank you so much for the players, of course, for giving us some beautiful matches, going up until the ace match and giving it their all for those games. Thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. I very much enjoyed my time here. Some of it was a little bit painful, of course, but that just runs with the emotions. And, well, it's very, very cool of Chris, of course, that he did try his best to stay in that game for so long, even though he must have realized how far behind he was, right? Like, at this level of play, you don't just take those losses and you're like, you know what, I'm in a good position here, you know? It just doesn't happen that way. He realized, he knew he was in a bad position. He just didn't want to give up on his team. He didn't want to let his team down and really giving it his all. And, well, just fighting, trying to fight back from a near impossible situation there. And was a little bit unfortunate. Alright, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again. Let me quickly take a look at my schedule actually. I'm gonna look onto my Twitter. As I said, I have a weekly schedule there now. Filler time. Alright, here it is. Here it is. Tomorrow it will be Tuesday. Right, okay, so actually not that much happening tomorrow. Just a regular stream. Wednesday we have the Path of the Star, which will be on my Twitch at Really Kozen. It's gonna be Rax, Zerg versus Estrella, a best of 9. Thursday we will have the Alpha Pro series between Art and Kaz. That could be very cool as well, a PVT from the European region. Friday, actually, I have something new planned. I'm gonna have kind of an educational StarCraft 2 show. I'm gonna be talking to Vindicta from Team Alpha X, and he's gonna explain Battle Mech to me, right? The intricacies and all the little tiny differences, and he's gonna do it in an hour. So that's very impressive of him, and very kind as well, of course. And we'll also have the Alpha Team League Pros on Friday at 8. So, yeah, if you're interested, just check my Twitter, guys. That's the best location. I will let you know. Anyway, thank you to Zarek as well, of course, for hosting. Thank you for Alpha X. And, yeah, unfortunate that Alpha X didn't win, of course, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, I've been Kozen, guys. It's my final goodbye. I'm wishing you the best, and have a good one. Stay cool, stay awesome, and bye-bye. Bye. Why are you still here? I'm ending the stream. I'm just waiting, because if I press the end button, it might just do it at an awkward moment, right in between a sentence or something, right? You never know. It's important to be careful with these things. Okay, bye.